Hello, Squiggles here, bringing you a game on Delta Quadrant. Today we're going to have, it looks like, Moon, or FOXMoon, versus Ace. And I wanted to cast this game because I was watching Husky's channel, and he cast a whole bunch of games with Ace, and Ace did really well. And it's somebody that I really haven't heard of before. So I was just interested. I happened to find a couple more replays of his. This is from the IEM, or the Intel Extreme Masters tournament that is in Europe, or being cast on the Europe server, I should say, being played on. And yeah, I just wanted to see some of this Ace magic that I've been hearing so much about, and get a chance to cast some of his games. So it's really why I decided to cast this. Moon obviously is Zerg, and Ace is Protoss. So we have the Swarm versus Ire here, and let's see. Looks like we got some good building probes and building pylons action going on, and we got Protoss scouting first because that's how they do it. Well, I guess technically, if you want to, he's scouting with his worker first, but Moon does have his little Overlord doing his thing. But it is going to take the Overlord exactly 5,000 years to to scout Ace's base, especially with the directions. If you look at the minimap that he's sending his guys. Okay, we have an extractor followed by a spawning pool, so that means that he's going to be going for a speedling opening, very safe, and then probably get an expansion up. Now this map is kind of weird. You have a really safe expansion right here, in your back, but there's destructible rocks there. Or you can take this expansion, which is way open. I mean, you can see. I mean, look at this. This is the choke you have to defend. Yeah, just a little choke, and you have to worry about people coming up this ramp and over from here or over from. It's just like crazy, but you can get it up faster. So we're gonna have to see what they decide to do. I'm kind of expecting Zerg to. Well, I mean, he's getting speed, he's getting lings, 4 Zerglings and a queen. That's really standard, and so it's gonna be up to him now to decide if he's going to do some kind of a one-base play and get his natural later, or what exactly he's going to do. And it looks like another probe coming out, and just going to be checking that Zelnaga. Some lings chasing away that probe. But, okay, it looks like he is going to take his natural. The thing is Zerg really needs to be a base ahead, and really just needs to have hatcheries up, because that's how they produce their units. And with Zerglings, especially if you only get like 4, it takes so long to kill these destructible rocks, which you can see have 2,000 hit points. So, I mean, yeah, I think it's the correct choice to do this. Also, with Zerglings and stuff, he can pretty much get map control, keeping his Zerglings right here. Assuming that there isn't a proxy pylon, and there is a probe that's outside, so he could put a pylon down and kind of do some shenanigans. But actually, this Overlord may spot it. I'm not entirely sure. If we go to Moon's camera, we see that he... I don't know. Looks like he won't spot it, so that's lucky McLuckerson for that probe. But yeah, he just has his Zerglings right here, so he'll know exactly when Toss decides to move out. And until then, he's free to just, you know, get his hatchery up, and yep. And then, since he's getting his hatchery here, he's going to have all of his units here or farther forward. I mean, he has control of the Zelnaga too, which is awesome. He may just end up killing these rocks and taking the gold instead of getting this safe back expansion. Because, I mean, really, who doesn't love gold? And if you're Zerg and you're able to get a gold and keep it for a little bit, your macro will just explode. It'll be like a supernova, just like, and then you'll win because you have 5,000 times more units than your opponent. Okay, it looks like Ace is going to be getting his super safe expansion, and this Stalker may have to actually reload his unlimited energy supply because it takes so long for one unit to kill those destructible rocks. And now he's going to pull back because there's a little bit of pressure at the front, and he does have quite a few Stalkers. Looks like 6 Stalkers right now, so he may be doing a little push, and it looks like he's going to be. We see in the production tab, yeah, that 2 spine crawlers are going down. So one. Where's the other one? I see. Where's the other one? Where's the... Huh, must be in the main. But this is some decent pressure. The thing is... Ooh, and he has blink. That's cool. The thing is this is a lot of Zerglings. And Zerglings are really good against Stalkers, just because of the fact they can get surrounded. As you can see, they're just enveloping these Stalkers. Although the blink micro is actually really good. But Stalkers are just like so expensive, and Zerglings are so not expensive at all, that it looks like he will be able to crush this pressure pretty easily. The good thing is, even though Protoss did lose all of his stuff there, the good news is that he did force Zerg to make quite a few Zerglings. And, I mean, Zerg was pretty much content to just spam drones the whole time. So he did, with that pressure, make some Zerglings. So, what? I'm looking, somebody's spamming, and I see Zerglings. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like he may try to do a counter push. Protoss doesn't have a lot, so he might get the force field off, which will help for a little bit. And he has a second sentry out and a third sentry, so he will have some force fields, be able to hang on for a bit, as the remainder of his forces, little will they be, are trying to get this expansion up. So... I don't know. I mean, I think actually if he's not going to bust with these, what I would do is just leave, or what I think you should do is leave just like a couple Zerglings here, and then go kill like the destructible hey, what do you know? He's so good. He's so good. Killing those destructible rocks off, and he's going to be getting his gold up pretty soon. And these rocks are going down quite fast actually. Looks like, no, he doesn't have a +1, but almost done. +1 melee is almost done. And it looks like Protoss has, in fact, finally killed off those destructible rocks, and he is getting up his Nexus. So, uber good for him. So, he's going to be on 2 base versus 2 base for all of, well, maybe not even, because I don't really count. Yeah, I see it. I don't really count this as being up until it's actually, you know, up and mining. So, we'll have to see. And, I mean, look, it's like, bam. There goes the hatchery for the third. So it looks like, ooh, I'm taking these rocks for the fourth. If he double expands to 2 golds, he's not going to have very many units for a little bit, but then he is just going to be so crazy ahead. I mean, he'll still be ahead, just keeping the 1. So I don't actually know if it's worth it. That's kind of a risk to take the second gold, but he may not even be taking it right now. It's just he has the units, so why not? Why not kill off the destructible rock, setting himself up for an easy expansion in the future? That makes total sense to me. Okay, so it looks like he's got both of his gases done over here. Ace does, and his Nexus is getting close to completion. Meanwhile, we see a Spire just about done and getting +2 melee attack for the Lings. So it looks like he's going to be going Mutas and Lings, which is pretty standard. Oh, and it looks like this Overlord is he gonna make it? I don't know if he's gonna make it. Not with the blink, he's not. Boom! And down he goes. That was a very meaty explosion. I do like the graphics of of one of those exploding. It's just like, it's like a big. It's a good example. It's kind of like Tremors. Have you ever seen Tremors when they bait one of the tremor things and he flies out over a cliff? It's like it looked like a big old sleeping bag filled with, let's call it spaghetti sauce. So imagine a big sleeping bag filled with spaghetti sauce and you just drop it like, I don't know, 5 stories. That's what it looked like. It was pretty funny. Okay, so back to the game. We have we have Moon, and he is going to take that 4th expansion. And oh man, let's look at the income tab. And we're going to see Moon is a bit ahead now, quite a bit ahead, just because, well, he has 70 drones over 43 probes, but also he does have the gold, and he has the second one coming up right now. I also like getting this Spore Crawler. And what that does is it just makes his base that much safer from really a lot of different kinds of Protoss harass, be it DTs or Phoenixes or Void Rays. Like, it just gives him a little something to be able to ward off. And hey, what do you know? Phoenixes coming up. Let's go back to the production tab. We can see a couple more Phoenixes being produced, and everything, like every upgrade you can possibly have, being upgraded for Moon. So I kind of hope Ace can pull through this, but it's not looking so good. It's really going to come down to this battle right here. He does have a ton of Phoenix. Looks like 8 Phoenix. But his army is a lot of sentries, which is really good for cutting the Protoss in half. But he doesn't have a lot of damage dealers. He has like 5 Zealots and 2 Stalkers. And that's not a lot of DPS. So we're going to have to see what he can do with this. Looks like more and more Phoenix coming out. We're up to 9, 10 now, 10 Phoenix, and the pylon is down. So we're gonna have to see if he can make something happen here. I mean, he's really letting Moon get out of control. So he needs to shut down this base, and that is a lot of units for Moon. We see he's at 160 supply versus 101 of Ace. So Ace is severely outnumbered here, and there is a ton of Hydras and everything. So it's gonna be up to Moon, and it's just not looking good. I mean, he has so few units compared to the overwhelming swarm from Moon, and that is the GG. Wow. Okay, moving on to game 2.